The player has arrived.
Well, he certainly has, and with a lot of fanfare and a whole lot of promise. So he is about to take the field at Fenway Park.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Castrovins. Today is Tuesday, June 10th, and on today's show, I won't be the only Anthony you'll hear from. The Red Sox called up baseball's top prospect, Roman Anthony. We'll talk about his debut in Boston, which was one of a few crazy extra innings games in MLB on Monday night. We'll also tell you about the latest candidate for Catch of the Year and everything else you need to know about baseball today. Let's get to it. Given the sluggish play of the Red Sox in recent weeks, the chorus is clamoring for prospect Roman Anthony to get the call to Boston got pretty loud. But nothing was louder than the sound of the ball off Anthony's bat on Saturday when he crushed a 497-foot grand slam for AAA Worcester.
Bases filled with Woosons. Anthony drills it deep right center field, and the Roman Empire has done it again!
Guy loves the moment, huh?
Finally, on Monday, the Red Sox got the message, and Anthony got the call, making his debut against the Rays in the opener of a 3-game series on a misty night at Fenway Park. As evidenced by that grand slam, which is absolutely scorched, 115.6 miles an hour off the bat, the 21-year-old outfielder has huge power. But Anthony also has an elite approach that earned him billing not just as the top prospect in the Red Sox system, but in all of baseball, according to MLB Pipeline. In 212 at-bats for Worcester, Anthony hit .288 with a .423 on-base percentage, .491 slugging percentage, 10 homers, and 29 RBI. Even after taking 2 of 3 from the rival Yankees over the weekend, the fourth-place Red Sox are still in need of a jolt and are hopeful Anthony can provide it.
Same game. I haven't been a part of it yet. I'm excited to do that for the first time tonight. But no, it's just more of excitement. It's more of, knowing that you're ready and just trusting in my ability to go out there and have fun and play with these guys and help the team win.
Anthony had his chance to help the team win in the bottom of the 9th. The Sox were trailing the Rays 7-5. Rafael Devers drew a leadoff walk off Pete Fairbanks, and Abraham Toro doubled to put 2 runners in scoring position. 1 out later, Anthony came to bat in that dream scenario with the game on the line. The result?
Fairbanks home with the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Scooped up by Walls, he'll get the out as the run scores. 2 down. Toro moving down to third base. It's now a 1-run game, but with 2 away in the 9th.
Hey, it was a ground out, but it was Anthony's first RBI as a big leaguer, and it brought the Sox within a run. Fellow rookie Christian Campbell then followed with a high chopper for an infield single to tie it, and the game went to extras. The Rays and Sox traded runs in a wild 10th, with Rays first baseman Jonathan Aranda throwing away what would have been the final out of the game in the bottom of the inning, allowing Boston to score the tying run. But in the 11th, the Red Sox proved it doesn't matter if you have a great young position player in your lineup, you've still got to throw strikes. Zach Kelly walked Junior Caminero with the bases loaded to bring home the go-ahead run, then served up an insurance RBI single to Jake Mangum. The Sox stranded 2 runners in the bottom of the inning to fall 10-8. The Rays are now 15-4 since May 20th, the best record in MLB in that span. It has them tied with the Blue Jays for second place in the East, 4 back of the Yankees. And though the Sox now have Anthony, who went 0-4 with a walk, clearly they're going to need more than just him to go on a run like that. The Phillies have been in a PHUN funk of late. Entering Monday, they had dropped 9 of 10 for the first time since June of 2019. They had also lost 6 straight games. Heck, they were just swept over the weekend by the Pirates, which, with all due respect to the Pirates, shocked everybody in the state of Pennsylvania, from 84 to Rough and Ready to Bird in Hand. Yes, those are real names of real towns in Pennsylvania. Turns out the Phillies are pretty vulnerable when you take Bryce Harper out of the lineup, and that's just what a wrist injury to Harper has done. But at least the Phils were able to reinstate their ace, Zach Wheeler, off the paternity list for Monday's opener of a big series with the NL Central leading Cubs. True to form, Wheeler gave them 6 strong innings, in which he allowed only a solo homer to Kyle Tucker. Thanks to Wheeler, the Phillies were in position for their first win in a week when they took a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 8th. But then Ian Happ came through for the Cubbies off reliever Matt Strahm.
High fly ball, left field. There it goes. Ian Happ has tied it up. A no-doubter to left, and Happ takes Strom out 2-2 here in the 8th.
That Happ homer tied it at 2, and the game went to extra innings, plural. And in the 11th, the Cubs took the lead when their early MVP candidate, Pete Crow Armstrong, brought the automatic runner home.
Line to right, Castellanos can't get there. It'll get to the fence. Tucker around third. He's coming in to score. PCA, it's an RBI double, and the Cubs have the lead here in the 11th.
So it was 3-2 going into the bottom of the 11th, but the Phillies showed some fight. JT Realmuto brought the auto runner home with an RBI single. Bryson Stott and Otto Kemp made the bunt cool again by reaching base on consecutive bunt singles to load the bases. And then it was Brandon Marsh sending everybody home.
Fly ball, left center field, that'll do it! Pete Crow Armstrong going back, it's off the base of the wall! A little exclamation point from Brandon Marsh!
Oh, man.
Everybody touches their bag, and the Phillies win it in the bottom of the 11th inning by a final score of 4-3.
The Phillies prevailed 4-3 to get off the schneid, and you'd better believe they were happy in East Texas, which, believe it or not, is also a Pennsylvania town, just an hour from Philly. Coming up, it feels like we say this every week, but we have a new catch of the year in this 2025 season. Really? We'll talk about it after the break. The A's promoted center fielder Denzel Clarke to the big leagues on May 23rd. That was 2.5 weeks ago, and that's all the time Clarke is needed to establish himself as maybe the most mesmerizing defensive player in MLB. After an amazing display of speed and range to rob the Orioles' Jorge Mateo of extra bases on Friday, the human highlight reel was added again Monday in Anaheim, where the Angels' Nolan Schanuel sent a deep fly to center, and Clarke did superhuman stuff.
Fly ball left center. Denzel going back here in the track. At the track, right to the wall. Leaping, climbing the wall. Did he catch it? He did! You can't believe what this kid is doing in center field. He got himself suspended on top of the wall and brought it back for out number 2. Every day is a highlight show.
If you're only hearing the audio, stop what you're doing, pull over the car, push aside your breakfast, put down your baby, do whatever you have to do to check out that highlight of Clarke literally walking up the wall to get the ball, because it's absolutely incredible. But regardless of that great grab, the Angels prevailed in this one 7-4. Elsewhere in MLB on Monday, extra, read all about it. There were a lot of extra innings going on. Dominic Canzone's 2-run homer capped the Mariners' 4-run 9th inning rally that forced extras in Arizona. But in the bottom of the 11th, D-backs first baseman Josh Naylor came to bat with the bases loaded and...
High fly ball way back. Josh Naylor all the way to the wall, and it's a walk-off grand slam.
The D-backs prevailed 8-4. Jonathan Clase belted a game-tying homer in the 9th, and Alejandro Kirk's RBI double in the 10th sent the Blue Jays to a 5-4 win over the Cardinals in St. Louis. Andy Pages' 10th inning double drove in the go-ahead run, and Tommy Edman's RBI single provided necessary insurance in the Dodgers' 8-7 win on the road over the rival Padres. Head to MLB.com for the rest of Monday's scores from the games that wrapped in a nice and tidy 9 innings. Coming up tonight, the Mets have won 8 of their last 10 to grab the best record in the National League, and they've got Griffin Canning, one of the best value signings any team made over the winter, going at home against Washington. But the Mets have a really tough assignment in the form of burgeoning Nats ace Mackenzie Gore, who over his last 3 starts has allowed just a single run with 24 strikeouts against 4 walks in 19 innings. Tune in at 7:10 Eastern Time on MLB.tv for this division showdown. You can also catch the MLB.tv free game of the day when the Angels host the A's at 9:38 Eastern Time, 6:38 local. That's all for today's morning lineup. Matt Monaghan will be back with you tomorrow. Until next time, thanks for listening. Please be sure to leave us a rating and review, share this episode with the baseball lovers in your life, and enjoy the games today.